So this is what we're going for today as far as the makeup look. It's the bridal look that I did for my wedding day. I spent a long time finding products that worked great for me. They might not work for you, but this is what I did, and this is how I did my makeup, so I hope you enjoy. Before I get started, I like to prime my face and also moisturize. So the moisturizer that I use is First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Moisturizer. And so after you apply that, you want to apply some kind of primer. I like to use the Porefessional by Benefit. Just apply that kind of liberally, but you don't need a lot, all over your face. So after applying primer, I use Laura Mercier Silk Cream Foundation in Rose Ivory and shake that up a little bit, and then I like to just put a little bit on my hand, and then I apply it with a beauty blender. So if you've never used the beauty blender before, these are fantastic. So then I just dab that on the foundation, get a little bit on here, and then just pat it all over my face. Another thing for bridal makeup is to really focus on extending the makeup down into your neck, because you're most likely wearing a, strapless dress, or just like a dress with straps. Your chest is usually showing quite a bit, or your neck and chest area. So it's good to just extend it down so that you don't have the look like you're wearing a mask. Another thing to keep in mind with bridal makeup is that you don't want to have SPF in your products. If you have an SPF that's over 15, really, it's gonna create like a white cast in flash photos when you use a flash. So it's just better to avoid it. Okay. So now that that's done, I want to apply any other liquid products I have before I apply powder. So one thing I will do is apply some concealer. Now, I don't have too many blemishes right now that I need concealed, but it's good to do a little bit under your eye. And if you want to kind of brighten up your eye area, I tend to have light dark circles, so I'll do this most days, but I'll just apply it under, but not so close to my eye or anything like that. I'll also apply it down the bridge of my nose a little bit, and then later I'll apply it under my eyebrows. The next thing you want to do is apply some primer for your eyes. I love NARS Smudge Proof Primer. It's just great. I did a lot of research the year before my wedding to find the best products, and I really do think that this is a great primer and probably the best one that I've used, and I've used quite a few. So you just want to put that all over your lid on the top, just like you normally would, up to your eyebrows. And then you also want to apply it under, like on your lash line, because you're probably going to have makeup there, and also it'll just keep your concealer from creasing a little bit. In hindsight, I probably should have applied a little bit of this before my under eye concealer, but it's fine. So the next thing I want to do is, before I do powder, is apply MAC Paint Pot. This is great. I love it. It just does a great job of evening out your skin tone above your eyelid. So after you have all your liquid products applied, what you want to do is apply a setting powder. So I really love NARS Light Reflecting Loose Crystal something. You just want to sweep that all over your face. You want to use downward strokes generally, because it goes with the little hairs on your face, and so it just makes your face look more smooth in general. The next step is blush for me. I really love this Clinique Cheek Pop in Berry Pop. It's a fairly new product, and it's kind of a mix between a cream and a powder. It's just very light. It feels very smooth, so you just get a little bit on your finger, and then That's my email. And then you just lightly pat it on your cheek. So to set that, what I'm going to use is Tarte in Dollface. So this came with a Tarte set, but you can buy, and this is Dollface, but you can buy it individually as a blush. It's just a really great, fair, pinky blush. It's really good for fair skin tones, and it's just super, super pretty. So after I've applied blush, I want to apply some bronzer next. And I'm using this more as a contour. I'm not really going to put bronzer in the normal places you'd put bronzer. I'm not really a fan of that. So what I'm using is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. Kind of can't see it because of the flash. But what I'm going to use to apply it is this Real Techniques contour brush. It's just a small little light brush. Just good for the hollows in my cheeks. So this is pretty pigmented and it smells like chocolate. So I just want to tap off a lot of the excess. And then I want to go in the hollows of my cheeks and up to my ear. That's another tip that I forgot, is it's good to apply makeup on your ears, especially if you have an updo or something like that, because that's another part that'll show in your wedding photos. So it's good to just apply a little bit of foundation and stuff on your ear. You don't have to apply anything else, but you want them to be the same shade as your face. So you'll notice that I'm doing the contour by pulling my lips that way. It kind of exposes your cheekbone better than just doing the fish face. So after that's done, what you want to do is blend it a little more, because my contour and blush aren't blended too well. So you can take your loose powder, or you can just take some kind of neutral face color. I'm going to use this ambient lighting powder by Hourglass in, let's see, dim light. The next thing I'm going to focus on is my brows. So I didn't do my brows much the day of my wedding because, again, my bangs kind of covered them. But if I were to do my brows, this is how I do them. So first I use a spoolie and kind of brush them up and out. I don't know if you can see that too well. I know the light's kind of reflecting and there's a bit of a glare. Sorry about that. So after I've done that, then I'm going to take my Anastasia Brow Wiz. This is in the taupe color, the blonde color. I heard that this is actually supposed to be just for lining your brows, like filling, defining them on the outsides. So my brows are pretty full, I'd say, but this just helps to make them a little more symmetrical and just gives them a little more definition. So how you want to do this is you put the pencil right beneath your brow and kind of go under the hairs a little bit to give it that look, and same with the top. But again, this is super blendable, so it's kind of hard to mess this up. And go to the tail. And now I want to move on to the eyeshadow, and that's probably the most intense part, probably takes the most skill and practice. So today I'm going to use Laura Mercier Artist Palette for Eyes 2013. This palette is great. The quality of the shadows is amazing. Here's a look at it. It's just beautiful. There's some beautiful purples, browns, like you can do so much. You can make your eye makeup really dramatic if you want. So what I'm going to do for a base is I'm going to use Vanilla Nuts. It's just the white, matte white powder. So I'm just going to apply that all the way up to my brows. So then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my MAC 217 brush. It's a fluffy blender brush. This is a classic. This is like, everybody's obsessed with this brush. So it's a good investment. It costs, mid-20s, mid-20, whatever, $23, $24 or something. But it is really a high quality brush. It will last you a long time if you take care of it. So what I'm going to do is apply Plum Smoke, which is this light purple color here, and it's matte. So I'm just going to apply that in my crease. You don't need to be too precise with this. You just got to kind of do the windshield wiper motion. Okay. So the next step is to darken these crease colors. I did kind of a cut crease for my wedding day by keeping a clear distinction between the eyelid color and then the crease color. You can do it however you want. I'm going to use the next darkest color. It's called Kir Royale. It's this color right here. And I'm going to apply this in my crease with a different brush. I'm using this cheapo brush I got in something online. I think it was like a contest or something. But I'm going to focus this a little bit more on my outer corner. And you can bring this down kind of in the corner of your eye right here. And you can blend it out a little bit. The next color you want to apply is this deepest purple, and this is violet ink. So I'm just going to take a teeny bit of this and just apply this in the outer corner. So I'm really not laying this out that much. I'm just focusing on this outer corner. Alright, so you can get the basic idea of what I did with my eyes. I'm going to take this MAC 217 brush again, and I'm going to put it in the Kir Royale, the middle purple, and I'm going to blend this, use this to blend a little bit, just a little bit into the crease and upwards, because I do want to have some eyeshadow going up part of my eye. I don't want just all crunched into one part of my eye area. So then the next step is to apply a darker color to the lashes. This will help to tightline a little bit and also to just give you a little more drama. I also like to apply a little bit on my lower lash line. Give some more definition there. So next you want to apply some liquid liner. Before you do, I like to use this time to apply setting spray because, I don't know, it gives a little bit more of a base for both your mascara and your liquid eyeliner and any other final liquid products you have. It's just a good time to apply it. So what I used on my wedding day was the Ben Nye Final Seal Matte Makeup Sealer. You apply this by keeping it far away from your face and closing your eyes. And I got a little bit in my eye, and that's gross. Liquid liner. The foolproof way to do this, especially if you're doing it on yourself, is to use tape. What you do is you just get a little piece of tape, and you angle it up towards your brow, and then you just apply the wing. I'm not going to do that right now, but that's what you do. So you want to let your liner up top rest for a second and dry before you apply mascara, because you can smudge it and then it's awful because then you have to redo all your makeup, your eye makeup again. So what I'm going to do instead is, or while I'm waiting, is apply a little bit of a pencil to my under eye just to keep it more defined. So I just use random liners. I like UD Perversion. And I also like this Makeup Forever Aqua Eyes. I just have a little sample of it. So, next I'm ready for curling my lashes and applying mascara. One tip is to warm up your eyelash curler. You don't need to, stick it under super hot water or anything, but you can put it under some warm water, or you can keep it in your bra or whatever while you're applying your makeup, just to warm it up a little bit, because it'll help keep your hair, or I'm thinking of curling your hair. It'll help keep your lashes curled for longer, and it'll just do a better job. So I'm using the Shiseido lash curler. This is a great one. I used a drugstore lash curler for a long time, and then I finally caved and got the Shiseido, and it does make a really big difference. Next, I'm going to apply some lash primer by Clinique. this stuff is great. It really does a good job of just getting your lashes ready for mascara. And for mascara, I'm going to use Dior Show waterproof mascara in the blackest color, whatever that is. This is my holy grail mascara. It is so good. It's a great mascara for making your lashes look full, but not clumping them up. So I applied it a little bit on my lower lashes, but not too heavily. I did cry a bit on my wedding day, and my makeup didn't show any running. My mascara didn't show any running, so that's a good sign. Alright, so before lips, the last thing I'm going to do is apply some highlighter. So this is Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in, I think it's Pearl, yes. This stuff is great. You really only need a little bit, and it's a really good liquid highlighter. So I just put a tiny bit on my hand. Really, you don't need much. Just be gentle with this because you don't want random spots of your face shimmering when they are not meant to shimmer. So I apply this to the tops of my cheekbones. I like to start high and blend it in. And you can see that right there. You can see this shimmering look. And if you do something wrong with it, just put powder over it. It's not a big deal. But, you know, better to just do it right the first time. And then I also like to apply some a little bit down the bridge of my nose. You can put some on your chin. You can put some on your Cupid's bow after you've applied your lipstick. And then I also like to apply it in the corner of my eyes. And you can apply it using a brush too, that's fine. Just to give a little more drama and highlight to my eyes. So the last thing that I would do for wedding makeup is I'd apply lipstick. On the day of, I used NYX Butter lipstick in Fizzies, I think. I can't find that. So today I'm going to use this YSL Rouge Voluptuous Shine or whatever. This is so gorgeous. I love it. It's just like a red color and it smells like candy. I love it. What I should be doing right now is applying some liner. I'm not doing that. I should also be applying it using a lip brush, but So it's not perfect, but you get the idea. You do want your lipstick to last a long time, and if I were really taking this slow, I would make it last a long time, because, I mean, I got some lipstick on my husband on my wedding day, and whatever. So to make it last a long time, first you want to use some primer. Ideally, you would have been exfoliating your lips for like a week at least before your wedding, just with some kind of sugar scrub or whatever, just to get all the little flakies off. And then the day of the wedding, you can either use like a clear kind of liner, like this Bite Prime. It's like a lip definer basically, and it smells like peppermint. And Bite is a great brand, so this is just all around an excellent lip liner. But you should apply some lip liner, apply the lipstick, blot your lips, apply more lipstick, blot your lips, and then what you can do to make it last even longer is take a little piece of toilet paper and rip it just so you have like the one very thin sheet, place it over your lips, and take that translucent powder and lightly powder it over your lips, and that should get a little bit of powder on your lipstick so it doesn't mess with the color, but it still just makes it last a long time. So that's what I'd recommend. That being said, that is my bridal makeup tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know if you have any questions on specific applications or if there's like a brand I forgot to mention or anything like that. So yeah.